Hi everybody, this is Kevin and welcome back to another anime review. And today I'm going to share my thoughts on the 5th Bleach Blu-ray box set, which contains episodes 112 to 139 and has two arcs, well, one arc and then like two episodes of the next arc. And the first arc is called Arrancar The Arrival, and then the next arc with the two episodes is called the Waco Mundo Sneak Entry arc. And dude, this is where shit hits the fan. Like, seriously, every episode is excellent. Again, I question what is wrong with the Bleach haters. I've seen so many Bleach haters lately, and these people are freaking weirdos. Nothing happens. All they do is stand around and talk. Are you fucking nuts, bro? There's battle after battle. All these lore dumps. I mean, it's fucking awesome. And I love all the characters. The new villains we've met, I think they're all badass. The voice acting is top tier. David Vincent, who voiced Vaughn in Gun Sword, returns to play a character. Grimjow Jaggerjack. Like, what a badass name, first of all. And what's probably going to be the coolest villain of this next arc, I think. And it's just awesome. Like, the battles are all so cool. To see some of the returns and some of the reveals and some of the characters using new abilities, it's like, dude, this is fucking awesome. So, I don't know. The haters, they're a special kind of stupid, I guess. So, let's talk about my girl Odysee right here, who's on the cover, and then on the back, look at this, dude. Ichigo with the hollow mask. Oh my god, and we met last time. So, in the last review, it was mostly filler. It was the whole end of the Bount arc, and then two episodes that were, like, adapted from the manga, which were very important episodes, in my opinion, because we learned about the Arrancar, and how the Arrancar, which is a translation, I believe it means the broken or shattered mask, or something to that effect. And they're the creations of Aizen, with using the Hogyoku with hollows to give them Soul Reaper powers. And the hollows, get more humanoid, and they wield Zanpakuto toes. So, and then we also met Shinji, who was part of the Visored. And they're Soul Reapers that can use their hollowification, and he's trying to train Ichigo. So, dude, these fucking characters, the designs are so fucking badass. So up here we get this guy, Loopy. Sorry about the glare. He's part of the Espada. Now, the Espada are a higher rank of Arrancar. There's 10 of them, and Espada translates to sword. And it's the 10 Espada, the 10 swords of Aizen. So we got Loopy, who's, Ulquiorra, who's one of the more high-ranking members, like the right-hand man of Aizen. Grimjow Jaggerjack. Like, I think they all probably have last names, but he's the only one they give, like, a last name, at least that I heard. And I just love his name. I'm going to keep saying it. Grimjow Jaggerjack. That's Shinji. And then Rukia. And Rukia returns, and she uses her Shikai, for Zanpakuto. Her powers are returned. And she has, like, this ice, not Bankai, Shikai. So fucking cool. So anyway, it starts off, again, sort of how it left off last time, with Ishin telling Kon, like, listen, Kon, don't tell Ichigo that I'm a Soul Reaper. Let him know when he figure it out. And then Urahara shows up and says the thing to him, and Urahara's like, you have my word. Like, I love Urahara, dude. This guy, he's so quiet. He knows what's going on, but he's just not going to reveal anything just yet. He's waiting for the right moment. He's fucking awesome. I love Urahara. So, what happens is the Arrancar make their way into the world of the living, and the first two that we meet is Ulquiorra. Oh, sorry. Ulquiorra, this dude right here, and Yami. And they make their way into the world of the living. And the first one on the scene is Odysee and Chad. And they go in there, and, they're getting their ass kicked. Like, Chad gets his fucking arm blown off, in his battle against Yami. Ulquiorra is just sort of standing there. And Yami's like this big oaf who's like, hey, Ulquiorra, is this what I'm looking for? Because Ulquiorra says we're in the world of the living to find 3 people. And they end up being Urahara, Yoruichi, and Ichigo. They're the strongest people in the world of the living. And, he's like, this one uses spiritual energy, but it's not him. And then Yami blows his arm off. But Odysee uses her Zoken Teshu. Zoken Teshu, I reject! Her healing ability. And they're, like, interested in that. Like, what's this all about? And she actually blocks Yami's attack of her power there. And then she sends out Tsubaki to try and attack Yami, but Tsubaki dies. And that was kind of a sad moment there. And then Ichigo eventually shows up and actually chops off Yami's arm. And it's like, holy fuck, dude, he chopped off Yami's arm. And he starts wreaking havoc over the place. He uses this thing called a Cero, which is like this giant energy blast. I love how they have like I guess Spanish? I don't want to say Hispanic. The Spanish words like Arrancar, Espada, Cero, Hueco Mundo. Later we hear Las Noches. That's Aizen's lair. I love how they use those words. I think that's just so fucking badass. Like there's so much cool terminology in this series. But anyway, Urahara and Yoruichi show up to defend, and Urahara wields his Zanpakuto toe, and it's like, holy fuck, dude, the old man is out there fighting. I love it. So that's cool, and they send them back, and they have like their evidence, and then it shows like Ulquiorra takes his fucking eyeball out to show Aizen what he had witnessed, and then Aizen takes an interest in Orihime in particular, like, the healing, what is this all about? So, some time passes, and they're like, what the hell are we going to do with the Arrancar? And what happens is they send the advanced group, which consists of Toshiro, Rangiku, Ikkaku, Yumichika, and Renji. And they make their way into the world of living. And it's so cool when they enter, because they're in like their Gigai, which is their more humanoid form. And they're going to school. And they're wearing like the school uniform. And they're all like dressed as well as they can dress. But Rangiku has like all her buttons unbuttoned. There's like 1 or 2 buttons there, because how Rangiku's built. And she's like swaying back and forth. It's like so fucking hilarious. And Keigo's like, oh, hey, look at you, And there are some funny moments in school. I love the transition of like these epic fucking battles. And then they're in school. And, like, there's the scene with Shinji, because Shinji's part of the Visor, and he wants to recruit Ichigo, which eventually he does, because Ichigo wants to learn how to use the Hollow Mask to get stronger. And, he's, like, goofing around, and then Orihime has her thing, good morning, Ichigo! And then Shinji gets up, he's like, good morning, Ichigo! Oh! And it's fucking hilarious. I think it's great. So what happens is, Rukia shows up, and they all got to do their training and figure out what they're doing. And that's when Ichigo goes his separate ways and starts learning with the Visors. And there's quite a few of them. And again, we'll get to that when I go show you the screenshots and whatnot. But the way the Visors look, too, with their outfits and just, like, the cast of characters. Like right away we have Shinji and then Hiyori, which is this cute little girl. And then there's this other dude, Hachi, who's also a healer, has similar abilities to Orihime, I suppose. There's another one named Kensai. There's another dude named Love. It's just such a great cast of like the cast of characters in this series is so fucking awesome. How did Kubo do it, man? Like seriously. So eventually, these Arrancar show up, led by Grimmjow, and Grimmjow is looking for Ichigo, and all the other Arrancar start having their battles, and the one that takes priority is Ikkaku, which Ikkaku is going like a complete badass, which I forgot to mention when he was walking in school, he has a wooden kendo stick, or kendo sword, however you call it, and he's like just holding it on his shoulder, and he's like smacking Keigo with it, which there's a filler later on where they're doing like kendo class. It's fucking hilarious. He's beating the shit out of everybody. Oh my god, Ikkaku's great. It helps that he's voiced by our friend Vic Mignogna, which I hope they have him come back for the new series, which is starting in October, because this is Viz, it's not Funimation, so I don't know. Hopefully Vic comes back, because he's great as Ikkaku. Look up the story behind the Lucky Dance in the very beginning of the series, because that was all ad-libbed by Vic. He came up with that all by himself, which makes it even better. So, Ikkaku is like... He has Bankai. The fucker has Bankai, but he doesn't want to do it in front of anybody. And they show like a flashback of him and Yumichika saying, "Dude, you should become a new captain since Kaname's gone, Aizen's. There's 3 vacant captain spots, so be a captain." And he's like, "No, I could never show anyone my Bankai. I aspire to be as strong as Captain Zaraki." And he does his Bankai, which is called Ryuman Hobimoru, and the way he says Bankai, like everyone has the way they say Bankai, like say it really slow, like Bankai or Mayori Bankai, but his is Bankai, Like, he does it like a really long Bankai. It's so fucking cool. And he gets these giant fucking swords, man. Like, holy shit. I can't wait to show you his. That was in episode 118. Such a great episode. And he's just smacking this Arankar around, like, chopping his arms up. It's like, my dude, Ikaku. What a badass. So they all start doing that. And then, eventually, Rukia shows up. And she ends up saving Ichigo. And she has her Shikai, which is like this ice Zanpakuto. And it's like, Seido no Mori or something like that. I'll get the pronunciation correctly. But she says it all slow. And the way she like dances with the blade, it's so fucking cool. So many great battles here. It's just fantastic. And how it ends is, after the battle of the Arankar, they go their separate ways and start training some more. And what happens is, there's also a great moment because Renji starts training Chad. And Renji's like, I don't want to train Chad. Why don't you train him, Urahara? And Urahara says, oh, stop. I couldn't possibly perform the Bankai. I'm just a handsome shopkeeper. And Renji's, don't give me that handsome shopkeeper nonsense. You were a former captain. So it's just the way he says it. He gets his fan and he starts like waving it in front of his face like, oh, stop. I couldn't do the Bankai. It's fucking hilarious. But what happens is Urahara says, Orihime, we shouldn't get you involved because the thing of it is, you're a healer and she's a kind-hearted young girl. I mean, look at her. She'll be a fighter to you. And Urahara says, we shouldn't have her fight. But what happens is she goes with Rukia to the Soul Society with Captain Ukitake and starts training in her own way. And then once the Arankar come back, led by Grimmjow, she makes her way back, but she's ambushed by Okiura, who says, you're coming with me, lady. And that's final. So it ends on a cliffhanger, man. It's so fucking good. So I'll show you some of the screenshots. And the interaction of Ichigo and the Visor was great, too, man. Like, oh, man, I think I'm really going to like those characters, too. Hiyori's my favorite so far, but we'll see what happens with the rest. Oh, man. So let's see what's going on with this. So yeah, this is Urahara. There's this fan where they're saying, listen, Cone, don't be telling Ichigo about this. I love this guy, too. Again, I don't think there's a character that I don't like in this series. I really don't. And Ishin. I love it, man. So, yeah. Here's Ichigo, like, trying to figure out what the hell the deal is with the Visor. It's like, you got some talking to do, buddy. And Keigo. There's Hiyori. What a little cutie she is. And she's like, man, there's a thing too with her training. They have Ichigo on this treadmill. And Ichigo's having like, I'm not doing this. You're going to train me to use the hollow mask or else. And she gets her sandals. She's got her sandal in the hand right there. Yeah, and she starts slapping Ichigo like, ah! Like slapping him with the fucking sandals. It's so good, man. Look at her devilish face, too. Dude, these characters are so fucking good. That's why I don't understand how these people can hate on Bleach. I really don't. And yeah, again, Ishin just sort of playing the innocent father, and his whole thing, good morning, Ichigo! Oh, here's Lirin and Kon. I like how, because this is a canon episode. I like how these guys keep appearing too. They're filler characters, but because they even appear in the openings. So yeah, and Karin knows about Ichigo too. She can see some characters can see Ichigo when he's in the Soryu form. She's one of them. Keigo can, and Tatsuki can as well. This is Yami. And see, they have the hollow right through them. He's on a Arankar. And Chad's trying to put up a fight, but he gets his ass kicked. He gets like his arm ripped off. But Orihime heals him, and then Ichigo protects Orihime. Look at him. Look at these two. Right? So yeah, they're having their fight here, and Ichigo. Oh yeah, that's the thing too. So we'll get to the screenshots because I think I have it as one of the tabs. But he has an internal fight with his hollow self, who says he's Zangetsu, because we saw Zangetsu before, and he's like this dude with long hair. So maybe the hollow Ichigo like killed Zangetsu, or maybe it was Zangetsu all along. But yeah, the reinforcements come, Yoruichi and Urahara, and look at this dude, Urahara. I freaking love it. Yeah, this is the whole crew coming in. Again, look at, they're all in their uniforms, and look at Rangiko. Those buttons aren't holding up. And Ikaku has the wooden sword. Oh, these guys. So yeah, everyone's back, and they're trying to get Ichigo out of his funk too, because he's sort of depressed after he failed so much. He needed Urahara's help, and Rukia sort of whoops him back into shape. And yeah, Ikaku is there's a subplot too with Ikaku and Keigo's sister, because now that all the Soul Reapers are here, they need a place to stay. Like for instance, Rukia staying with Ichigo, Renji's staying with Urahara, Rangiku and Toshiro are staying with Urahime, and then Yubichika and Ikaku eventually end up staying with Keigo. And there's a subplot with Keigo's sister. Oh yeah, they're spying because he invited Rukia to his room, so Ishin and Yuzu are spying on him. Dude, I love Ichigo's family is so great. I love it. Look at him. Oh, look at how cute Yuzu is. Oh my god. So things pop into the ceiling. Oh. So yeah, here's Grimjow Jiggerjack, voiced by David Vincent. So, oh, these two again. So here's Rukia using her Shikai. Let me see if I can get the name of it right. Here it is. Sode no Shiraruki! So badass, man. So badass. And there's like bells that jingle when she uses it. Oh my god. If you've seen Bleach, hopefully you don't have any idea what I'm talking about. This is this is Ikaku saying, if I save you, you're gonna let me stay with you. And this is him using his Bankai. Which, where is it? Right here. Hazukimaru! Look at this dude. He's got blood all over his body. And these giant ass blades. Look at Ikaku go, man. Look at him go. And he like chops the fucker's arms off. Let's see. Yeah, right through there. Chopping those fuckers off. Oh, he's breaking all of his blade, but you know, he's still won. So I think this is where we meet the visor. Oh, and also, yeah, what happens is Kaname comes back, because this is an assault led by Grimjow, and all the Arankar except for Grimjow died. And what happens as punishment is Kaname chops off Grimjow's arm, which we see Grimjow later on, and he's still missing his arm. So Kaname ripped off his fucking arm as punishment. And he's the 6th Espada. They all have numbers on them. Yami, I think he said, is the 10th. Grimjow is the 6th. So I wonder who the 1st Espada is. Would it be Aizen or would it be someone else? So this is Mizahu. This is Keigo's sister, who's fallen in love with Ikaku, which is sort of a subplot, but it's cute. I like it. Because what happens, she makes these exaggerated faces. Let me see if I can find one. Where she's got like veins popping out of her head as she's yelling at her brother because she's like the dominant one. So here's all the visors. Dude, these guys are so fucking awesome. I don't know all their names. This guy's name is Kensei, I think. Hiyori, Love, Hachi. I think her name is Lisa. I forget her name and his name. She's voiced by Laura Bailey, though. I know that voice actress. Laura Bailey's great, too. So what else do we have here? This is Ichigo in his inner hollow, right? And by defeating the inner hollow, he's able to wield his hollow mask at will. This was a great fight too, man. And as he's having the fight, he's recalling all of his battles against Byakuya, against Karia, against Kenpachi. And as he's having this battle, the hollow has overtaken his body. Such excellent designs. So, some good stuff. So this is when Urahara tells Orihime that she shouldn't fight. Yeah, here's Mizuho's faces. She makes like these exaggerated faces. That's my boyfriend! And Orihime is like, oh, well, thanks. You know, because she's sad. She wants to participate in the upcoming battle. And then she runs off and meets a Rukia. And Rukia says, we'll go back to the Soul Society to train. And, oh my god, this is such an awesome moment, too. So, Hachi heals Tsubaki, who was broken in the battle against Yami. And this chick right here starts... I think I posted the video on YouTube of this, I believe, or I have it ready to go soon. I know I recorded it. I posted it on Twitter. I'm going to post it on YouTube as well, if I haven't already. And she's like rolling on the ground like, I don't get it. It's not fair. Ah! It's so fucking hilarious. And then the other visor shows up. Will you quit your yapping? It's so fucking funny, man. It's so good. So Tsubaki's healed. And then they're talking about... Aizen's talking about Orihime's powers, which is the ultimate goal to capture her. So here's some filler stuff, which I thought was funny. This is Mizuho wants to win the Keigo, or not the Keigo, the Kendo competition. So they enlist Ikako. Look at this. The lovebirds. And he's like, oh, I'll whip those boys into shape. And what happens is this kid right here grows a pair and actually stands up and wins the kendo competition, because a hollow shows up and they gotta leave, and he saves the day anyway. So but dude, the exaggerated expressions these characters make are hilarious, man. Look at Ikkaku. And also, like, Ikkaku, Renji, and Yumichika are all connected because they're all in Squad 11. Renji was in Squad 11 before he moved to Squad 6, so they're all connected. So, and they defeat the Hollow. And then this is a good one, too, where Kon is hanging out with Rangiku. And there's a funny moment when Rangiku walks in and steps on Kon, and he's like, oh, let me get a peek up your skirt, Rangiku. And then they rescue this little girl from who's drowning, and Kon becomes her bear, Shintaro. And he rescues the little girl, and this is a really cute episode of Kon. Again, people who hate on Kon, you know, what the fuck are you talking about? And saves her from this hollow, which was her dog, which turned to a hollow. Oh, Kon. So, the Espada make their way into Karakura town, as Ichigo's still training with the Vizards. And then Orihime says, well, if they're attacking my hometown, we got to go back. Because what happens is the Hogyoku, in 4 months' time now, is going to basically turn into what's known as the Oken. And it's going to destroy all of Karakura town. So they're preparing for the great battle against Aizen and the Arancars and Espada. So, these are all Espada. We have Grimmjow, Luffy, Yami, and this dude, which they just recently created, this little kid. And Grimmjow's still missing his arm, which he goes right after Ichigo. But Ichigo uses his hollow mask. But the only catch is Ichigo can only use the hollow mask for 11 seconds. And it breaks. So he's out of power. And everyone's about to be defeated. Even Urahara joins the fight. And you see right here, Odysee is being led back to the world of the living by these two guys from Squad 13, but Ulquiorra shows up. And he kills the two of them, to which Odysee heals them with her powers. And Ulquiorra gives her the ultimatum, look at your friends, they're all about to be defeated, so you'll come with me or else I'll kill them. And that's how it ends, man. And this series is so fucking good. Like, seriously, I love Bleach. After I finish recording this, I'm going to go back and watch, so, you know. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I can't wait to keep watching the series. Let me get the next box set, because I'll show you Grimmjow's on the cover of that one, so hold on just a sec. So yeah, the next, the sixth box set, we have Grimmjow on the cover, and on the back here, the Hollow Ichigo, and let's just see who the other characters are on the back here. So we got Rukia, we got Ulquiorra, and Odysee, Gin. I think that's Grimmjow, isn't it? And then another, that's gonna be another Espada. So this series is fucking awesome. Again, the haters, there'll be a video come. I'm gonna wait till I finish this series, because I've been told, some people have told me the series fell off after the Soul Society, which was like the first 65 episodes. Are you smoking crack or something? Because this is like where it's at, man. It's nonstop action, great battles, the openings, ending themes, the music. I fucking love this series, man. I love it. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon. Have a great day, everybody.